What's up guys, it's Oblivious Gamer here, and well, today I just wanted to do a brief video to discuss some rumors that have been going on with regards to Soulcalibur. Soulcalibur is a fighting game franchise with a lot of history. The last iteration that we saw from the game was Soulcalibur 6, which came out in 2018. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the 7th main installment of the Soulcalibur series, and it was received pretty well compared to Soulcalibur 5. And I think it did well sales-wise, but it's been a while since we've heard much news. I mean, the producer, Motohiro Okubo, left Bandai recently, and a lot of people have been wondering, are we gonna get a new Soulcalibur anytime soon? We only got like 3 seasons, if I'm 2 or 3 seasons. I didn't follow much the season passes for Soulcalibur, but I think along those lines we got 2 or 3 seasons. And of course not many characters. The game has a passionate community behind it, but there's still a lot of wondering what is happening with the franchise. When can we expect something new, or should we expect something new? And well, it's not necessarily something like big, but it seems there's a rumor going on that might, spark some hope in some of the people that hope to see something at least with regards to Soulcalibur. Apparently, there's a rumor that a Soulcalibur remaster or collection is reportedly in development. Now, this source of the claim is from this Xbox era co-founder, industry insider, Pshipshel Nick, if I'm saying it correctly, which he comments on his podcast that he heard from one of his sources that Bandai Namco is developing a Soulcalibur remaster project, but they apparently didn't specify what exactly that would be or include. So it could be a new version of like the original Dreamcast game, or it could be something new like a remaster with maybe rollback or looking a lot better of Soulcalibur 2, which is really loved by a lot of people. I think Soulcalibur 2 is definitely what a lot of OG Soulcalibur fans love. Of course, there's also Soulcalibur 3, which was also pretty well. I think I would be interested in seeing something. But of course, we don't necessarily know if this is a remaster of one game or if this is a collection of multiple games. And well, a lot of people are saying that could be a collection. I mean, when it comes to the anime arena fighters, we know Bandai Namco doesn't hold back on making collections like the Ultimate Ninja Storm, for example. Of course, fighting games are not the same. Now, we did get a Soulcalibur and Soulcalibur HD collection back in the PS3 and Xbox era, the Xbox 360. So there wasn't like a way for you to be able to play it, and technically both games are supported in the Xbox backwards compatible program. I own Soulcalibur 2 HD on my Xbox Series S, for example, but it seems it was delisted. So right now, if you try to purchase it, you won't be able to get it, which sucks a bit because right now there's no way for you to play the game legitimately. There's of course other routes you can take, and of course those other routes are having options with potential rollback in the future. But I think the community or people seem to want not something that they do, like yes, you can emulate the games and you can play it with people, but I think people want something from Bandai directly, not just because they want to support it, but because they want to have hope that Bandai still, is thinking about this franchise and maybe they could do something with it in the future. Personally, I don't think there's gonna be much, at least until Tekken 8 comes out, with regards to Soulcalibur. Yes, there are different teams and all that jazz, but I personally think Bandai Namco is really focused on Tekken 8. They're really trying to put as much effort and time with this game, and I don't think they want to be working on 2 fighting games at the same time. I think like a remaster or a collection makes more sense. Like you have your main team focus on Tekken 8, and then you have some people working on a collection or remaster of some Soulcalibur game to keep the community and people engaged and, waiting for the next game. Because as I mentioned, Soulcalibur 6 didn't sell that bad. It sold pretty well. Obviously, I don't think it reached Soulcalibur 2 level of sales, but it did a lot better than Soulcalibur 5. So in retrospect, it could be considered a success, I guess, but I don't know what Bandai deems a success. You know how sometimes these companies have a different way of viewing what is successful and what isn't. But overall, I do think a remaster, a collection edition would be nice to have. Is it what everybody wants? I think most people want to see a new Soulcalibur game. It's Soulcalibur 7. But with, Tekken 8 probably being their focus and how they've been very quiet with regards to Soulcalibur, I think a collection or like a remaster makes a bit more sense until, they can get a new game on the works and announce it. But yeah, that's just some of my thoughts. I am wondering though, what are your thoughts? Would you want to see a remaster or a collection of Soulcalibur games? Or are you more like, nah, I don't want to see anything, I want to wait until we get a new Soulcalibur game? As always, feel free to leave your thoughts down below. This has been Oblivious Gamer, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day or night wherever you are.